Yo, it's poppin', gamers! Ollie, Oil here. WQ, whatever you want to call me, guys. It's all good. Frankly, I'm not trying to run away from my past, run away from anything. I'm here to win and run towards my goals. And I want you guys to join me. Make sure to subscribe, and you become an alpha gamer. Right now, it's gonna change your life. It's seriously gonna change your worldview, your structure, your life. You're gonna feel totally radicalized, totally revolutionized, new, different, better. You're gonna feel better, smarter, happier. It's that easy. It's a great deal. Sign up now. And follow me on Twitch if you want to try to get more viewers on my Twitch channel. I stream 5 days a week. Kind of just for fun. We're just kind of goofing around, trying to get world records. Because I'm a speedrunner and that's what speedrunners do. We get world records. I actually want to talk about something really important, which is Ludwig's cringe speedrun marathon. So I actually think the speedrunning community is awesome, and I appreciate Ludwig for making the speedrun marathon because I want the speedrunning community to grow like a balloon. I want us to grow and keep growing, and I think it's awesome. So I was like pretty excited about that, but frankly his event kind of sucked. Frankly, his event was garbage. It really was a huge flop, and I think it was because I wasn't in it. That's right. I think Ludwig failed to put any ollie oils in his speedrun marathon, and it just wasn't lubricated well enough, and it frankly just flopped. It stopped short. It definitely did not meet expectations, and that's kind of lame because when his event dropped, everybody was complaining about it, and then a day later, instead of everybody complaining about it, everybody decided that, no, it's really good, let's not complain about it. Which is good, it's right, it's supposed to be good, but the event totally bummed out. Like, I saw 0 clips of this marathon, zero mentions, 0 shorts, 0 highlights, nothing. Nobody ever talked about the marathon, nothing ever happened. I only heard 2 things that happened from it. One, a good friend of mine, Visuals, was in the marathon and he proposed to his fiance in the marathon. That's one thing I heard, but that's not really even related to the marathon. And I follow him on Twitter. This dog is trying to get a piece of the WQ army. He's trying to join the WQ army, guys, and I need you to join as well. But yeah, like I followed the guy on Twitter. Like it's a little unfair to. Of course I want to see that, but yeah, I saw nothing. Like the only mention I've even seen of Ludwig in the past 2 months is him playing poker with Mr. Beast, and Mr. Beast is terrible at poker. He just is giving people money, and I think it's funny because Mr. Beast is the one guy in the world who cares the least about money, and he's the guy in the world with the most money. So explain that one to me. I think people are just tired of charity marathons and speedrunning. Like I know I am, and I've been tired of them for years, and it's not so much against the charity. Like that's not what we're knocking here. It's more like I just like competition, and I want to see competitive gaming, and I want to see speedrunners rewarded because I think that would generate new speedrunners and it would generate younger people to actually get into speedrunning. That's how you keep a scene alive. And speedrunning has been a scene for like 11 years now, like a healthy scene for about 11 years now. Like we need to like start looking at the next 11 years, and when you look at the next 11 years, it's like there are less and less new people getting into speedrunning, and it's entirely in one game. It's Mario 64, which is super fun. I love watching, and I'm going to talk about that in the future because there's a few streamers I watch every single day, every single morning when I wake up. Armada, every single morning I watch this guy when I wake up. Super entertaining, and then a few other big names. So, but Armada's one of them. Wilco is another guy I watch every single morning. This is good. I think we need more people like that. But let's get back to Ludwig's disaster of an event. So, guys, I think Ludwig's speedrun marathon totally flopped because there was no competition in it. There were no runners that were super talented that have been basement dungeon grinding for weeks leading up to the event. That's what people really truly want to see at like the most basic level. And Pace has been trying to challenge this by having these LTA format, which I really like, but it's slowing down. It's losing steam. I've noticed in the past few Pace events there are less viewers. There's it seems like less donations, but I don't know about that. I don't want to say that for sure. But there's definitely less viewers. But there's just less interest, and the top runners won't go because they get less viewers on the Pace broadcast. Why don't they just stream? And then the other problem with that is that a lot of the runners we keep seeing them again and again, which is good. I think it's a good thing. I'm happy to see that because you build storylines and you build like generational interest for runners. But then the problem is that they like try less and less and less, and so like you're seeing runners like Ouija go to these LTA formats, and he's basically not even trying, and he'll finish one run, the whole event, and it's like, people will say, oh, that's just Ouija, that's just how he runs. I get that, but you gotta realize, guys, I've been speedrunning for 11 years. Like, I know more about speedrunning than it looks like, you know. I know what's really going on in his psyche, and it's something, I think something needs to be spiced up a little bit. Also, the problem with the LTA format I've noticed is there's no like hype, like final moment that you're supposed to watch that's like really obvious. I was like, I need to be watching this. Like, you would think it's the last day or the last 6 hours of the last day, but a lot of times nothing happens in those last 6 hours. Like, the best moments of the LTA format is actually the first run, the first no reset run that runners are forced to do, but then it's actually the first few runs. It's the first like 6 hours of the broadcast. That's actually the most interesting part of the LTA format. Well, that doesn't really make any sense. So I don't know how to fix the LTA format. I think it's really good. It's a really, really good idea. It just needs to be tweaked slightly, but I'm not really sure what to do with that. Now, this is sort of related to the problem with Ludwig's speedrun event. There were no articles made. There were no headlines. Like, nothing interesting happened because there was no speedrunning talent there. It was all like content creators, and so Ludwig was kind of banking on these content creators bringing their big audience over, and it would kind of like multiply things. But frankly, there was no actual speedrun talent there. So like, getting Moist Critical to speedrun a game poorly isn't that interesting, or getting his friends to speedrun games poorly. Nobody actually really cares or wants to watch that. Like, literally, if Ludwig had just done Mario Party Marathon for a week straight, he would have probably got more viewers, or the same viewers, and that would have been 100 times easier to organize. Like, what's the point in having all these big names if nobody really cares at the end of the day? And that's why I think Ludwig really messed up by not putting me in his marathon, because I guarantee you, if I was in his marathon, I would, without a doubt, set world records. I would do incredible things. I guarantee you there would be articles about the marathon. People would be interested. New eyeballs would be like, well, what is speedrunning? I need to get into speedrunning. Because, guys, speedrunning is actually a really small thing. And right now, the speedrunning community is hot. It's super hot. It's boiling lava. And there's tons of people that don't know what speedrunning is, and they would love it if they got into it. And we need to get those eyeballs into it. So we need headlines, and we need articles, and we need exciting things to happen, because we can grow speedrunning like rapidly. We can really get it huge. Yo, it's popping, gamers! So yeah, I think that's partially why Ludwig's event was kind of flawed, or it was like kind of lackluster. It really felt like a wet fart in the wind, if you think about it, because I think the formula of marathons and speedrunning is not interesting. If you actually look at speedrunners and speedrunners get viewership, there's two things that attract viewership. People who have really great personalities, and then world record attempts. So why are we not highlighting that on like speedrun marathon broadcasts? They do try to highlight the personalities, which is great, but the world record attempts, which is like, I mean, it used to be like 80% of speedrunning, and it's still at least like 50% of speedrunning. It's kind of ignored. I mean, it's kind of just sidelined and ignored, and like, even people with really great personalities, if they just put world record attempts in their title and they have green splits, they'll have like way more viewers, even if it's the exact same run, is if they just don't put world record attempts in their title and they don't have green splits. It's the exact same run. They have way more viewers because people are just attached to that idea, and I agree, I'm attached to it too. Like, I'm more likely to watch a stream. So why aren't speedrun marathons capitalizing on that? Like, I frankly don't understand. I am a little bit confused, and it's been 11 years, and I think it's time for some speedrunners or some speedrunning people to like kind of wake up to that idea. Yo guys, what's up? So this is actually the business I was talking about yesterday. Check it out. Yeah, it's some guy called Nice Tapes. It's actually a pretty good brand and logo, but he's trying to transfer, you know, tapes to MP4. It's $15 a pop, which is interesting. I mean, I like business, so I'm all for that. Like, I actually run a small business, so that's pretty cool. However, I think it's aimed at boomers, and also there's this driving car that is like in front of me that's driving about 2 miles an hour. She's like laughing at me. The lady in the car, she's like smiling at me, but whatever, she's learning to drive. She's probably like 17. But anyway, yeah, it seems like this Nice Tapes thing, it seems like it's aimed towards boomers, which if you see the neighborhood I'm in, it's gigantic, these freaking like mansion houses. So I mean, it's not crazy, but I don't think you're really gonna make a lot of money at $15 a pop, because if you had 100 tapes transferred, and this is a one-time thing, you'd make $1,500, which is like below the median income. And that's a one-time thing, so it does seem like not really a profitable business. But maybe charge $100 and then spice things up a little bit or something. That would probably be better. That way you could actually make, or maybe like make some way to have like a reoccurring service. But yeah, that's but yeah, awesome workout there, man.
GG's though, really good run, really good run. Really, really good run for sure. World record! Let's go! Let's go! Okay. Damn. With so many mistakes still.
I think the game might have taken Vanish Cap a little literally. It just crashed. What? Can I reset? No. What? Bro, these loading times. I know, modern 3D games, man. Why did that happen? Oh my god.
If I delayed that more, I would have gotten it. It's over. The run's dead. That really sucks, man. Yeah, the run's dead. That sucks, dude.